what are your top 5 favorite horror films?
Okay.
And I know that's tough. That is such a tough question, but we're putting you on the spot. That's why we didn't ask, like, what's your favorite? You don't have to pick one, but you do have to pick 5.
Okay. I do appreciate the 5, though. I will say I appreciate the 5. Okay. This is going purely on the vibe for today. It might change. I always say, like, the vibes change, but today I think Cure by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Black Christmas, the original one by Bob Clark. Lake Mungo.
Another good one.
The Strangers from Brian Bertino, and then Revenge from Coralie Farge.
Oh,
great one.
I thought Jaws was going to make it in.
I love Jaws. I really do. But like the vibes today, I don't know. It's a top 10 for sure. But it's one of those ones that like I love and will always watch and always love. But I don't know. Those were the ones.
Black Christmas, the original, would get on my top 5 too, and I think Jaws would get on your top 5.
I love all the Jawses. I would say Jaws 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're like especially for the revenge.
They're all fun. I don't care. I have to rewatch Jaws 3D for something, and I'm so excited.
What for?
Tim loves Jaws 3D.
We have on Scarred for Life, one of our guests is bringing Jaws 3D as the movie that's scarred, and I'm so excited because I love that movie. Like I know what it is, and I still love it. So I'm excited to rewatch it.
That's amazing. So now, how did you first get involved with Dread Central?
So, how did I first get involved with Dread Central? I literally were looking for a social media person, and I was looking to get out of my job at the time. I was working at an animal shelter doing like video producing, which was really cool, but also like really much more emotionally exhausting than I was expecting it to be in terms of working with animals and like at an animal shelter. And I applied for this job, and the role kind of evolved during the interview process and then it kind of just like, I think they were like, oh, you have a lot of other skills. Would you like to do more work with us? And I was like, I would never say no to doing more work with a horror outlet. Why would I ever say no to that? And it kind of morphed into what it is now. So it was kind of like luck and applying to this job. But I mean, I've been writing about horror for almost a decade. So like I've worked with a couple outlets doing like editing work, like Daily Grindhouse, Film Cred is a small place. I've done a lot of social media work for places. So I've been doing horror journalism for a while, and then finally got a foot in the door for a full-time horror journalism gig, which is like incredible. Like I can't believe I get to do it. It's wild.
And what's your favorite part about being editor-in-chief of Dread Central?
I get to watch a lot of really cool movies. Like that sounds so silly, but like I honestly am so lucky that I get people send me projects that like I never would have heard of, and I get to watch really cool stuff and find things. Like I always lightly brag, Robbie Banfitch of The Outwaters I was one of the first people he sent a link to, and I watched it and I was like, this is the next big thing. And now I'm friends with Robbie, and like I don't know, it's just like being able to champion these titles that are kind of weird or different, and being able to like be a person who can have a bigger voice and help amplify those titles is like the coolest part of the job for me.
That is a great answer. Yeah,
because there's just so many cool movies out there and it's so hard, and like there's so many to the point that it's hard to find the good ones, and being able to help people, like point people in the right direction and support some really amazing artists is like the coolest part of the job. I've met so many cool people at this job. It's just been like, it's been really awesome.
That's great. I mean, like, yeah, I feel like it's kind of a